while you and me repeat this bittersweet heat.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is actually a pretty cool one because I filmed two looks using the new Kat Von D Serpentina palette, and what I can tell you guys from this is that I really love it. I don't feel like the swatches really do it justice. This isn't a palette that looks super great when it's swatched, but on the eyes, I'm telling you, this is super pigmented and beautiful. I do really love the shade selection in this palette because they're bright and they're fun and they're really cool. If you're wanting something that's a little bit more out there and not just like another neutral palette, this is definitely the palette for you. It does come with this loose shimmer, which I haven't used yet, but I did use a couple of the shades in this video. Like I said, this video does have two different looks. One that has more like a orangey bronze eyeshadow look, and then this one right here, which is like blue and just super pretty. I am gonna swatch just a couple for you guys. Like, the pigment is super gorgeous, but this is what I'm talking about. It's not the best looking palette when you swatch it on the back of your hand, but this is something that once you put it on your eyes, it looks absolutely stunning. I did have my eye on this palette for a really long time, and when it finally released on Sephora, I had to get it. I think that right now it is sold out. Just keep an eye out if you guys are wanting to purchase this palette. I do really love the packaging. It is a little bit bulky, and it has this really nice mirror here. It has like this little Egyptian sign. I don't know what it's called. I probably should have searched it up, but it's okay. And I really love Kat Von D's packaging. It's beautiful, but I'm gonna stop rambling so you guys can get on to the two tutorials. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. I already primed my eyelids, and I don't feel like there's a good transition shade or a good like base shade. I'm gonna dip into my MAC palette that I have here. So the first one I'm going in with is this one called Blanc Tight. With that shadow, I'm just going to place that down and kind of blank out my eyelids. And also set my base because I didn't set it before. And then in my crease, I'm going to be using MAC's Soft Brown. So I'm just going to dip my crease brush in there and add this to my crease. There we go. I'm going to start going in with shades from the Serpentina palette, and the first one I want to use is this shade right here, which is a really nice matte burgundy, and this is called Blood Milk. I'm going to take that on a Delium Tools 783 brush. It's like this beautiful fluffy tapered brush, and I'm going to add this to the outer corners of my eye, and look how pigmented that is. Ugh, I freaking die. I feel like this shade is perfect for whenever you want to really deepen up your crease or add a really dark shadow to define your eyelids on the outer corner. These shadows do have quite a bit of kickback, and I'm actually not that surprised because if you guys own the Kat Von D all matte shadow palette, you guys know that it was the same problem with that one. So this one's pretty much the same. I'm back with the fluffy brush that I started off with, which is the Crown Brush C441 Pro Blending Crease Brush. I'm just going to blend that out and soften it up. Now taking the shade Hieroglyph, which is this like beautiful orange golden bronze shade. I'm absolutely obsessed with this shadow. Like, it's so beautiful. I'm going to take that on a MAC 242 and really pack that on to the lid. I'm not putting a base just because I want to see how these shadows perform on their own, and so far it's really pigmented. Like, do y'all see this? I do really like the formula of these shimmer shadows, or like the more metallic foiled shadows, because I don't feel like they have as much kickback. With this specific palette, I will say that I definitely know for the next time to not do my face before I do my eyes, just because there is so much fallout. So if you have this palette or you're thinking about getting it, just know that they do have quite a bit of fallout, and I definitely recommend doing your eyes first and then doing your face makeup. To kind of deepen this up, I do want to go in with this purple shade right here, and this one is in the shade Venom. I have swatched this one, and oh my god, it's so pigmented, but because I do want a more defined kind of like outer V, like look how pigmented that is. It kind of reminds me of the purple shade in the Urban Decay Electric palette, and I really like this one. Like, it doesn't take much for it to come out like super pigmented. In with my blending brush and just blend this all out. Do you all see that fall out? Oh. For liner, I'm going to be using my Inglot number 77 gel liner. It's just regular black, you know the deal. And then I'm going to apply that with my MAC 266 angled brush. I love this brush. It's my absolute favorite for winged eyeliner. For lashes, I'm going to be applying my Cocoa Lashes in Queen Bee. And I'm actually going to do this off camera because I need to get really up close to see what I'm doing. Okay, so now that we have our lashes on, I'm going to take the Delium Tools 780 pencil brush. Just looks like this, really small and nice. And then I'm going to go back with this shade right here called Blood Milk, and I'm going to run this on my lower lash line. I'm actually only going to bring it about a third, maybe no, like halfway to my eye. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. I really like this shade. I feel like this might be one of my favorites of the palette. I'm going to take the shade Venom, which is the shade that we used on our outer corner, and I'm going to put this on the other half just to kind of give it that like little pop of color in there. I really like the way that this looks. And then I also added Hieroglyph in my inner corner, like the tear duct area. I'm just going to go in with some lower lash mascara, and that's it for this look. As my lip color, I use Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow just because I really love this nude. It's one of my favorites. So here is the completed look. So we're starting off with look number 2, and I do have my eyelids primed and set, so I'm going to start off with using my Violet Voss and Laura Lee palette, and I'm going to go in with the shade Ragamuffin just because I said earlier, like, the Kat Von D doesn't have a good transition shade or transition shade in general. I'm going to take Ragamuffin with the Sigma E40 blending brush and just pop that into my crease. I really want something that's orange and really makes the color that I put on my lid pop. The next shade I'm going to go in with is this one right here in Alabama, and I'm going to be using the MAC 221 and really apply this super precisely in my crease. I really like this combo because I feel like it gives the right amount of depth to the eye without it being like super harsh. For this look, I also want to cut my lid, so instead of doing like a cut crease, I'm cutting the lid, and for that I'm going to be using my Anastasia concealer in 2.0, and then I'm going to cut my crease or cut my lid wherever I want it to be cut. You don't want to take this too far up unless that's your like personal preference, but I don't like to take it too far up. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same to the other eye. Now, using my MAC 242 brush, this is like quickly becoming my favorite eyelid brush. I'm going in with the shade Nile in the Kat Von D palette. The minute I got this palette, I knew that I really wanted to use the blue in a look or like a tutorial. So I'm just going to pack this on to the lid. Like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. I really love this. And you know what, swatching this on my hand, it didn't look as promising as I thought, or as promising as it even looks on my eyelid. I just feel like the swatches really don't do it justice until you actually put it on to your lids. Go back with my 221 in the shade Alabama from the Violet Voss and Laura Lee palette, and then kind of blend out this edge right here. I'm going to do a winged eyeliner, but I'm going to do this off camera because you guys already saw me put one wing on. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Going in with my Delium Tools 780 pencil brush, I'm going to take the shade Blood Milk in the palette and run that on my lower lash line. You know what? I think I literally did the same for the last look. But anyways, if I did, I'm sorry if you have to see this again, but I really love the way that this makes my brown eyes pop. Like, I feel like it looks so beautiful and like super like boom in your face, and I love it. For my inner corner, I actually want to take the shade Medusa, which is this really nice like rusty gold shade, and I'm going to pop that just on the inner corner. It is a little bit darker than I thought, but I don't mind it. I feel like it still looks super pretty. And then I'm going to go in with some lower lash mascara. Oh, I actually really like that. So this is the completed look. So that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as always, and if you did, please give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.